Good evening, everybody.
Welcome.
And welcome to the stream. No, we're not going to act like this is the first
This
time.
never happened before.
This is take number 2 of this stream. So if you found this one, then you found the right one. If you found the other one and then it led you to this one, then you're on the right one. I have no idea what happened there. Everything crashed, though. And unfortunately, it crashed the entire stream. So we're back here. We're trying again. We're starting over. Hopefully, everything goes better this time. So thank you all so much for coming back and for hanging in there and waiting for take 2 here for us to get the next stream set up. So I really appreciate that. But welcome. We're going to have a great night tonight. So for those of you who are just joining us for the first time and you weren't here for the first run, we'll talk about it again. We're going to make peanut butter and jelly milkshakes from 50's Primetime, and really excited to be doing that tonight. 50's Primetime Cafe, which is a restaurant in Hollywood Studios that we love. We love so much, and I've always had good experiences there. I can't think of a time that we had a bad experience.
No, it's always a fun one, and you never know what type of experience you're going to get because it makes a huge difference. You know, your waiter, waitress, the personalities are always different.
Yeah,
it's always a fun experience.
The food is always fantastic.
Yes.
And we had just done a poll here in the stream asking everybody what was your what was the, or have you been to 50's Primetime or not? And it seemed like the consensus was, I think, that a lot of people had not been to 50's Primetime, which was really interesting. At least 50-50, if not more leaning towards not ever being at 50's Primetime. So, and Stephanie said,
What did I say?
That's sad.
What's sad?
Are you listening to anything that's going on?
I got distracted.
What is in that cup?
Just water.
It looks clear, but we don't know that
it's water. We've been inside a lot.
All right, take 3.
Yes, master.
What is... Oh, man, and we have not even had the sugar yet.
That's probably our problem. We didn't have dinner, no nothing.
Everybody, please make sure to hit that thumbs up again. If you already hit it in the other stream,
it doesn't count.
It doesn't count anymore. It's a 6-minute stream over there that's just lost forever. Make sure to hit that thumbs up again. It helps us out so much. Please do. We were up to like 150 something likes on the other one. We've got almost 200 back here again. So yes,
Yay.
Smash that thumbs up.
Thank y'all for following us.
And also, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button, notification bell. You'll be notified every time we go live. So we were talking about the milkshakes. And first off, what all are we going to do tonight? We're going to make the milkshakes. We're going to talk. We're going to have a good time. I thought that it would be good, you know, the first week that we went into this this quarantine or Disney shutdown stuff, we did a question and answer and had a lot of really great questions. And a lot of them we did questions that we had you submit ahead of time, and then we answered those questions on. And I know during the stream there are a lot of questions that came in, and we got, man, you never answered any of the questions that were in the stream. And again, we had asked ahead of time and had a big list prepared. So I thought tonight we could do kind of like a round 2 of some question and answer, and actually do them from the chat, like the questions that you ask in the chat. So I look forward to that. No more polls. The stream doesn't like it. Pressure of having the milkshake with Cory. I had the pleasure of having this milkshake with Cory. It was amazing. Thanks for preserving, or thanks for preserving.
Persevering.
No, that's preserving.
I know, but he was working on persevering.
I know, but he tried to mess me up by saying preserving through issues.
You were persevering.
It's preserved. I know, you threw me off, Steve, but I think it was because of your own mistake tonight. Thank you so much, buddy, for that $5 super chat. And guys, go follow Steve's World, a great friend of ours. If you haven't already, go subscribe. He has an awesome channel and does so much for our channel. So go subscribe. And thank you for those of you who have not subscribed, that just subscribed. I appreciate that. And also, guys, we just hit 18,000 subscribers on YouTube just yesterday. And then we kind of bounced back like 2 subscribers.
We're like teetering.
It's like teetering right on the edge. But yes,
so thank you.
18,000 is insane. It's insane, guys. I remember all of the milestones that we've hit, and every time we hit them, it's like it blows me away. It really does. And it's like I never expect anything, and then it happens, and then I go back and I think about it, and it's a lot of people. A lot of you that come here and join us on the streams, that watch the vlogs, and we appreciate each and every one of you. And we would not be able to do this if it wasn't for all of you. 18,000 subscribers. It's mind-blowing. It really is. Like, I can taste the 20,000.
Okay, does it taste like PB&J?
Like a peanut butter and jelly milkshake. Yeah, we're getting close, guys. It's amazing, and things obviously slowed down here during the during all of this, where we're not doing as much in the parks and stuff. But we will be back to normal sooner than later, and I will be back on Disney property on Wednesday.
I'll be back to frozen yogurt on the couch.
All of you that may not have been here last week, and I haven't made an official announcement with time yet because we just don't know timing, but I will be in Disney Springs on Wednesday for opening of Disney Springs, the grand reopening of a portion of Disney Springs, just to go check it out and see what all's going on. And I'm gonna go live if I can and bring all of you with me. So be on the lookout for that on Wednesday. I'll put an announcement out ahead of time for that. Thank you guys so much for all of the congratulations. We really appreciate that very much. And to Disney Dan with a £2 super chat that says massive congrats on 18K, well deserved, pal. I really appreciate that, Dan. Thank you so much. And guys, go check out Disney Dan, a great friend of ours and also another great channel. You need to go subscribe to our buddy Disney Dan. All right, so we did the poll. We found out that a lot of people had not been to 50's Primetime. So I figured it would be cool to go ahead and watch our dining review from 50's Primetime, where we actually reviewed the peanut butter and jelly shake along with everything else that we had there that night. And I thought it would be good to kind of introduce some of you who may not be as familiar with it, so you know what we're trying to recreate tonight. Ben with a $4.99 super chat that says, still watching your streams while working from home. Thanks for the entertainment while I work. You guys are awesome.
Thanks,
I really
Ben.
appreciate that, Ben. Thank you, and thanks for being here. All right, guys, without further ado, let's watch the 50's Primetime vlog.
Sounds like a good time.
I'm gonna get hungry watching this. I know I am. Hi, it's Cory.
And Stephanie.
And welcome to Hollywood Studios. We're here tonight for another dining review, and we're excited because we're gonna try out 50's Primetime Cafe. And I've been here once, and it was when I was really young, so it was many, many years ago. And it's one of those places that we've talked about going to, and we always want to try it, and have just never got around to it. So we're excited to try it tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I've never been, so this will be a first time for me.
So all I know about the menu is that it's kind of diner style, kind of home cooking style food. So fried chicken and meatloaf. All of that sounds great because I love all of it. So I'm excited to get in there and give it a try. So while we're waiting for our table to be ready, we're hanging out here in the lounge at 50's Primetime. And I figured it'd be a good time to just check out the menu. And look at this, right at the top of the menu, the peanut butter and jelly milkshake. That sounds like a great way to start off dinner. And then here's some other non-alcoholic drinks. One thing that caught my eye were these flavored sodas, vanilla and cherry. And it's only $4 with unlimited refills. And check out these appetizers. Definitely have some good options, and price-wise for a table service restaurant in the parks, I think that this is definitely right on par. Look at that stuffed pork chop. That sounds delicious. What I'll probably end up with is this sampling of Mom's favorites because I can try a little bit of everything, and that looks really good. A lot of people really love the fried chicken here. They have some other options too, like vegetable lasagna and chicken pot pie. Everything sounds very hearty and delicious. I'm excited to give this place a try. So here is our table here inside of 50's Primetime. Taylor's already coloring. And check it out, guys. This is such a cool table. I like the colors of it and everything, but look, we've got like our own little private area with our own little private TV. It's like we're sitting in a kitchen at Grandma's house. It's very cool. And I'm excited because, like I said, all of this food looks delicious. And we're about to order our food right now.
I got the vanilla Coke, $4, unlimited refills. Let's give it a try. Nice smooth vanilla flavor. I'm glad it's bottomless.
So our appetizer has arrived, and here is Grandpa's crab cake. This is a lump crab cake served over a succotash salad with bacon and chili sauce, and it smells really good. All right, so I got a little bit of everything here. I got some of the crab cake, some of that succotash salad. Flavor of the crab cake itself is really good. It definitely has a great crushed crab flavor. At least the bite that I had, maybe because it was on the edge, it's a little bit dry, but the flavor's good, and that sweet chili sauce goes really well with it. As far as the succotash goes, there's not much of it, and I don't know, it really just has the flavor of the chili sauce, so I'm not sure, beyond that, what it's supposed to taste like. So here is my entree, and I got the sampling of Mom's favorites. So I got fried chicken, pot roast, meatloaf, mashed potatoes and gravy, and there's even some green beans and carrots over there. And this looks really good for $24.
I have the Grandma's chicken pot pie. It's a creamy cheese mixture of chicken, mushroom, carrots, celery, onions, and peas, topped with a flaky pastry. $21, and this is a really good portion size. This is a very good classic chicken pot pie. Nothing over the top, but overall good flavors and definitely stuffed with the ingredients.
All right, so I have a lot of stuff to try on my plate because I got the meatloaf, the pot roast, and the fried chicken. We're gonna start first with the meatloaf. And it's cooked in, looks like almost a muffin pan or something. So it's like each person gets their own little individual meatloaf. That's good meatloaf. I love meatloaf, and that has a great flavor. I mean, it tastes just like what my grandma would make or what my mom would make. And it's got ketchup on top, which is how I like my meatloaf. I think that's really, really delicious. I would highly recommend even just getting the meatloaf meal here because it's really good. All right, up next we're going to try this pot roast, and it looks really tender. I mean, you can kind of pull it apart here on the plate, no problem. It's got that dark gravy on it. And that's good too. Wow. It tastes just like, again, like a pot roast that you would make at home in the crock pot. It's seasoned very well. It's really tender. It's got a good mix of kind of the fatty bits on it. But it's a really, really good pot roast. And that dark gravy on there, it has a really nice rich flavor too. I like that very much. All right, so for the last of the three proteins that I have here on my plate is the fried chicken. It's not a very big piece of fried chicken. The breading itself is nice and thin, which I like because I don't like too much breading, and it seems pretty crispy. So let's get in here and give it a try. That's good fried chicken. Nice and moist. Like I said, the skin and the breading is nice and crispy, really thin, which is great. And yeah, great fried chicken. The only problem is this piece is far too small because I'm gonna want a lot more of this. All right, so as I've dug in here deeper, I realized I didn't sample the mashed potatoes or the vegetables on camera. These mashed potatoes with the gravy are delicious, and the green beans and carrots over here,
They're seasoned very well. Nice chunks of fresh garlic, and the green beans are fresh. They have a nice crunch to them. Very, very good. I mean, so impressed with this plate, guys, because everything on here is delicious.
So I think I actually met my match here. I ate quite a bit of this chicken pot pie, and I feel like I ate a lot of the chicken, and there are still some huge chunks of it left, and I'm actually quite nervous because she told me I couldn't have dessert unless I finished it. But that's just way too much for me.
So here's the aftermath, guys. Nothing left but a chicken bone on my plate. Again, very impressed with my selection here tonight. So we were not going to come to 50's Primetime and not try the peanut butter and jelly shake. And there it is, guys. And this thing is large, and it's completely full to the top. There's a lot of milkshake in there. It looks nice and thick. And this is a $7 milkshake. I want to get in there and see if it really tastes like peanut butter and jelly.
So I love that it comes in this stainless steel cup. I feel like it was just made so fresh. I'm excited. Surprisingly good. I didn't think I was going to like it because I'm not huge on just a peanut butter and jelly like sandwich. The peanut butter's got a real smooth flavor, and the jelly is actually a little harder to taste. It's definitely present. I just can't tell you what the flavor is on that jelly yet. That's really good though.
All right, I'm excited to give this a try. I think going into it, my fear is that the peanut butter is going to be too overpowering because peanut butter oftentimes will overpower a dish. So let's give it a try and see. Wow. Yeah, I'm impressed. The peanut butter definitely does not overpower it. It's there. It's a peanut butter and jelly shake, but it's definitely nice and creamy and smooth. And I think it tastes really good. I agree with Steph. I can't necessarily taste like grape or strawberry, depending on what kind of jelly it's made with. But you can definitely taste that there's that sweeter kind of fruit balance in there with it. I think this is a really good milkshake, and it's huge. And the thickness is perfect. It's not too thick. It's definitely not thin at all. Great milkshake here at 50's Primetime. Okay, so that was dinner at 50's Primetime Cafe here in Hollywood Studios, and I was very, very impressed. How about you?
I was too. I was a little nervous when we got the appetizer just because it wasn't over the top. It was good crab flavor, but nothing to write home about. But then my entree, the chicken pot pie, very, very good. I love the flakiness. It was definitely filled very well. The chicken was super tender and everything was cooked nicely. So I liked it.
Yeah.
And when trying his, everything on his plate was perfect.
I had a plate just covered in deliciousness. That fried chicken was so good. The pot roast, so tender and delicious, and the meatloaf had such great flavor. I mean, I can't, as I was trying them all and I was going, man, this is delicious, I'm like, no one's gonna believe that everything on this plate is as good as it is, but it is. It's really, really good. Even the sides, the green beans were sauteed perfect. They had that nice crisp to them, the fresh garlic, really, really good, and the mashed potatoes and gravy. The mashed potatoes, for the most part, were pretty creamy, but they did have a couple lumps in them, which is, I like lumpy mashed potatoes. Everything was good, and finishing it off with that peanut butter and jelly shake.
Yeah, it was good. By the end of it, I was guessing that it was grape jelly, just because that's more of the popular choice, and we did ask, and it is grape jelly.
Yeah, it was interesting. She was saying they actually cooked the peanut butter and the grape jelly down together in a pot, and then they use that to make the milkshakes with it. It is so delicious, and it was really big. We finished it off, and I think I could probably polish one off on my own, but I definitely should not. But it was really good here at 50's Primetime Cafe. I'd highly recommend this place. Price-wise, it's right on par with any of the other table service restaurants that you would find in the parks, but the quality of the food is definitely above many of the others. It's a notch above for sure.
Yeah, it was surprising, honestly.
Yeah, so I'd highly recommend it here at Hollywood Studios. And that's gonna do it for us here today. If you enjoyed this video, please thumbs up and subscribe below for more like it. And we'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching.
There you go. This looks funny, doesn't it? So, they look delicious. Now I'm starving.
They do. I could go for that whole sampler platter right now, though.
Mm-hmm.
It was very good.
Peanut butter and jelly. So, a little different tonight with the table situation. The kitchen cam or the table cam, I was having some issues with right before the stream, so we had to improvise. And so this is
improvising.
This is improvising right now as we're sitting at a really tall table that is in front of the other table because it's a table in front of a table that's taller than the other table. Yes. But we're ready. We're ready to go. We're going to make our milkshakes. So after watching that, guys, those of you who have never been before to 50's Primetime, did it make you like go, man, I want to go there? Because right now it was like, I want to go to there right now. Thank you so much to Amy Tompkins for the $3.99 pound super chat that says...
Hey, Mr. Nearsightedness. $9.99.
What did I say?
3.
Oh, for the $9.99... We're further away now on the screen. It says, hey, just read it. You can just read the whole thing.
It says, hey guys, sorry I'm joining late. I'm feeling unwell. Was taken into hospital Sunday. Home now, but resting. Couldn't miss this. Good to see you. Thanks for cheering up my Thursday evening again.
Well, thank you very much, Amy, and we will definitely keep you guys in our prayers. So sorry to hear that you had to go into the hospital, and we hope that everything that you're healing and everything is back all good soon. There was also 2 other super chats. $5 from David that said, congratulations on 18K. You and Stephanie are awesome. We really appreciate that, David, so much. Thank you for that super chat. And I thought there was one other one that we missed, but I don't know if the chat's going to go back far enough for us.
It might not. You can probably find that information pretty quick.
Was it a...
it was a $20 super chat.
There was a $20 super chat from somebody. Sorry, it was during the... It was during the video.
Philip Rodriguez with the $20. So thank
Philip
you very
Rodriguez,
much,
thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Yes. We appreciate that so much. Okay, so we're going to get adjusted here, and we're going to make these milkshakes and just see how they turn out. We have no idea how they're going to turn out, but figure we'll give them a shot and see, right? So you want to go grab the ice cream? Oh, you got to take this with you. So I learned this recently, and I don't know. I assume it works. I've never tried it.
It was on the internet. It has to be true.
It was on the internet, so it has to be true. I heard, so in restaurants and stuff, when they make milkshakes, generally you have like the metal, my dad used to have one, like the metal cup that you make the milkshake in. And the nice thing about that is that the metal gets really cold, and it helps keep the ice cream from melting as fast. If you have a glass blender or a plastic blender like the bullet here that we're using with the plastic, it's recommended to fill up for a few minutes beforehand, fill it up with ice water, and you let the cup get cold, and that the plastic will actually hold the temperature and keep your milkshake from freezing as you're making it.
Balloon.
Because if you start with it warm or room temperature, when you first pour it in, it starts to melt. So I don't know. It was an idea, right?
It was an idea.
So we're going to try it and see.
Can't wait.
You're going to go pour this out and grab our ice cream and milk. We have everything else that we need.
All right. I'll be back.
And something fell. And I'm going to move this light out of the way here. All right. All right, well, while Stephanie is going and picking up the stuff, we'll go ahead and get this stuff open. It sounds made up. Steve, hey, if it works, it works. You know, that's all we can hope for, is that it actually makes a difference and keeps it cold longer. Look like you're sitting at the 50's diner counter. Kind of. I look really short is what I look. So here's the peanut butter. We're going to use the old Jif creamy peanut butter, which I love. I actually really like crunchy peanut butter, but that doesn't work out well for milkshakes.
Why'd you give me a look?
What?
Because I came in like a wrecking ball.
Yeah. Did you pick up that thing I dropped over there? I think it might have fell on the other table. Smell that. Mm.
Yes, because I could smell
peanut butter. So here's the thing. One of the things about the peanut butter and jelly shake, and you heard in the review when I talked about it, I was afraid that the peanut butter would be too overpowering because peanut butter has a tendency to do that, to be too overpowering. And I was concerned about that, but it wasn't. Now, making it today, I'm concerned about it again, but we're gonna make it the way the recipe that I found that seems to be kind of the consensus. Which is with the measurements that we do is it's equal parts, 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, 2 tablespoons of the grape jelly. Also, if you heard at the end of the review, we asked and they told us that they use grape jelly. And then we actually got some more information where they were saying that they actually will take the grape jelly and the peanut butter and they basically like cook it down, like reduce it down in a pan to like a syrup. Unfortunately, we're not doing that tonight because I don't have the kitchen cam and it's a lot more work. So we're gonna try it the easier way, which I can't find, there's no recipe that I found for this milkshake where they've talked about cooking down the peanut butter and jelly. Although I think that it would be, probably the right thing to do. I just don't know how much it would solidify once it cooled down because you wouldn't want to put it into your milkshake like hot or warm. Donna, thank you so much, Donna, for the $9.99 super chat that says congratulations on 18K. Great to see your perfect hair back in shape again. You know, I have to give it. It's a weekly shout out. Love and miss you guys. We love and miss you, Donna. Thank you so much for that $9.99 super chat. We really appreciate it. And a big thank you for the PayPal from Bob Chauvoy. $30 PayPal from Bob Chauvoy. We appreciate you so much, Bob. Thank you for all your support, and thank you for the $30 PayPal. All right, I am ready to get this started. We just need to get going. There's water in here.
I dumped it pretty much. It was condensation that leaked back into the cup.
All right, so it's like I want to stand up, but if I stand up, my head's going to be out. So look, what if I sit on my knees? Like now it looks like I'm a normal height, and I'm on my knees.
Yeah, but you got a padded chair, and I got the wooden one.
Well, what do you do?
Oh, ouch. This will work.
So yeah, we're not going to be cooking it down. So what is the recipe? It's pretty simple. It's two cups of ice cream, which we're going to measure it out exactly tonight. I mean, most of the time when I would make a milkshake, I would not be measuring this stuff out. I'd just be dumping it into the vanilla ice cream.
Publix vanilla ice cream.
I love it.
I know, me too.
I think one of the things, can you read that over there from Steve? I can't see it.
Yes, a $10 super chat from
Thank you, Steve.
That says, I am having a really hard time taking you serious behind that table, and all the other ingredients are closer to the camera, making you look even smaller. LOL. Just kidding. Love you guys.
It's all an illusion, Steve. We love you. Thank you so much for that super chat. This is gonna make a big milkshake, I think. 2 full cups of ice cream? I mean, that's a lot of scoops of ice cream to fill up 2 full cups, don't you think?
Yes. Just half of it.
I guess I got everything in the way, right? No one can see us scooping and measuring out the ice cream. Oh yeah. Looks nice and creamy though.
It does.
There you go.
Bam!
See, look.
Good for sound effects.
See, the plastic cup is cold, and there's no melting of the ice cream in the cup. How about that? How about that?
How about that? My feet couldn't.
You want to measure out our milk?
I can't wait.
See, I am skeptical about this, guys, because the recipe says 2 cups of ice cream, 1/4 cup of milk. I don't know if that's going to be enough milk to be able to get this thing to blend without having like a more high-powered like commercial blender, but we'll see. The good thing is you can always add more milk. So you're asking what kind of ice cream? This is the Publix ice cream, Publix vanilla ice cream. Publix is a local supermarket that we have here, the chain supermarket that we love so much. So much we love Publix.
Yes. It's close to home and it's got everything we need, and they have fantastic ice creams.
2 tablespoons of
peanut butter.
I'll say the peanut butter right now is actually really soft and smooth.
I love peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
We never buy the smooth peanut butter.
No, that's true. Because we usually get in the
Crispy? Crunchy.
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 Crispy, crunchy peanut butter.
It's good.
It's just so hard to work with. Peanut butter is not the easiest thing to work with. Well, I'm kind of doing this reversed hand too.
Yeah, it's okay. Oh.
Damn. This one's for me.
That's good.
So 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, and then we're gonna throw in 2 tablespoons of grape jelly, Smucker's grape jelly, which is Smucker's like arguably like the best jelly that you can buy like in the store.
I'd say so. You know, for peanut butter, it's hard though because I am a mix between Peter Pan and Jeff.
Peter Pan, we should have got Peter Pan peanut butter.
You know, I had it
What
in
were
my
we
hand.
thinking?
I had it in my hand and I put it back.
What were we thinking?
The chip was on sale.
Oh, well there you go. You go with what's on sale.
That's true. I didn't even think about that.
All right, guys. Again, I'm still skeptical.
You should check the seal I put on it.
I did. It looks good for now. I'm still skeptical about the only the 1/4 cup of milk in there, but we're gonna see. We're gonna just give it the old blend and see what happens. I feel like I'm doing an infomercial right now. You just set it and forget it.
Set it and forget
That's not the proper term. That's probably really loud. That's probably really loud.
Well then.
Well,
Can y'all still hear?
It blended, but that was really loud. Oh, that looks pretty smooth and creamy to me.
Sir?
Sir, cup number 1. Yeah, see, I didn't want to add more milk if it didn't need it because, oh yeah, this is the perfect consistency. Look at this, guys. Look at that. Whoa.
You had one job.
I know, I was looking at the, did you bring napkins?
I brought a napkin.
Let's use it.
I was anticipating
I was looking
littleness.
at the screen and not looking at the cup. And I spilled it down the backside of the cup.
So I'm going by memory here. I think it was John Dickerson had said a few minutes ago that his daughter is actually making this along with us tonight.
That's awesome.
So that's really fun. And also was asking about the necklace. This came from inside the park. So
very cool.
yeah, it's one of the ones that you're able to get just like, not at like a fancy store or anything, just the ones where you can find them. They have a lot of cool like Mickey head necklaces. So
And there you go, guys. If you want to see the color and kind of the texture of it there. I mean, the texture looks pretty much spot on, like what you would want from a milkshake. I'm gonna let Stephanie go ahead and give it a try first, and let us know.
Boy.
Let us know what you think.
That's delicious.
Is it like right on, or does it
I'd
need
have
more
to-
jelly?
Now hold on, I'd have to have them close. The flavor that's overpowering is certainly the peanut butter. I can taste the jelly, but I would say if I was making it again, I'd add a little bit more jelly just to give it that fruitier flavor.
We're about to make it again.
But that's true. But with that being said, the consistency is perfectly spot on and the flavors are really good. And I'm really excited that we tried this because now when we're wanting it and can't go to the park, it's a perfect option.
That actually turns out really good. Wow. That's pretty fantastic.
It's
and
very good.
The texture is perfect.
The texture is good.
It's the right amount of milk.
Yeah.
See,
I was skeptical because when I poured that milk in, I usually would add more milk to give it. But
I think that's my problem at home is I would do the same thing normally making milkshakes and put too much milk in it. So Yeah.
It's not too thick either. Like,
No,
it's very
perfect.
nice.
All right, now I gotta get mine made. So you see my strategy, guys? Stephanie was the guinea pig, so we can make sure that it... sorry, I didn't mean to call you
I was
a
gonna
pig.
say, you just called me a pig.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you a pig.
My quarantine snacks already had me feeling sensitive.
So we could find out how the... so we could find out if it was the right measurements, and now we can add a little more jelly to mine. I'm just playing with you.
Oh, let me go.
Okay, what's the chat saying? Because I can't see it from here.
I see hands and smiley faces. You know I'm the nearsighted one. No, I'm watching.
Thank you,
delicious.
David, for putting that in there. Yes,
And this is such an easy
Oh,
recipe.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a simple
and this
milkshake.
is, I mean, if you're gonna make a milkshake and already have vanilla ice cream on hand, most people have peanut butter and jelly at home on hand anyway, and milk. So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, do it, guys. If you've never had this before, or if you have had it and you love it, make sure to do this at home, because this is probably the easiest of all the recipes we've done. Like, to kind of get a taste of what you have, like that memory in the park. This has been the easiest by far
Oh yeah, super.
to do. It's just a milkshake.
And I saw that crazy guy, that's his screen name, I don't think he's crazy, said,
It could be.
he might be, where did you get the thick straw? We had actually just purchased these off of Amazon, no specific brand, just typed in smoothie straw and they popped up with good reviews. So I picked these up and some other smaller straws, so when we're inside the park and drinking something thick, we don't have to fight with the paper straw to drink our milkshakes.
I like ice cream. Can you hand me that milk, please?
I can.
Oh, here, I'll go ahead and put these in. So we're gonna do 1. Oh, come on out of there. 2, and I'm gonna do 2.5.
2.5.
2.
Just do 3.
3.
Just do 3.
3 of the jellies. And thank you so much to Herschel for the $10 super chat that says, love you guys. Thank you so much, Herschel. We really appreciate that support. And time for this. See, I don't think
Did you already do milk?
No.
Okay.
I don't think there's too much peanut butter in yours either. It was like the right amount of peanut butter.
Did you just add more?
No, I haven't done any peanut butter.
I'll pay attention, I promise.
This is why I scoop the ingredients in, guys.
If I was doing it,
Stephanie would put them in like 4 times.
There's no such thing as too much peanut butter.
Oh, there is.
No.
These little measuring things. I kind of don't like the ceramic kind.
It was pretty.
For this. It is pretty. Peanut butter everywhere.
No, it was not. You're very dramatic. One little dot went his way.
It's everywhere.
Oh gosh, I almost knocked my thing over. That would have been everywhere.
Don't pour it into the peanut butter.
There we go. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There's a little extra melted milkshake on the blender cap. 438 people here. Welcome. Thanks so much for being here and being a part of the stream. Look at that. There it is. Milk, ice cream, peanut butter, jelly, everything all in one magic bullet about to get blended. And we're out of focus. Focus. I broke it. I broke the focus. There it is. All right, here we go.
Click. This is a very loud experience for y'all, I'm sure.
I know, I bet it's
Sorry.
really loud. Like, is it like crazy loud, guys?
It's like jackhammer sounding, I'm sure.
Man, that is like the consistency. Really.
I saw somebody ask, could you use different flavored jellies? And I don't see absolutely why.
Oh yeah, yeah. You could use strawberry jellies.
Yeah.
I've actually some of the recipes that I saw, guys. People would actually use.
You say actually a lot.
actually. Some of the recipes that I saw, people were using peanut butter and then fresh strawberries. So no jelly at all.
That's
just
delicious.
peanut butter and fresh strawberries. So yeah, I think that could turn out really great.
This is the best dinner all week.
Yeah, look at that.
See, it's not too thick either. It's like the perfect consistency, Cory.
Yep.
That's all you get.
Somehow we ended up with extra.
It's because you
Bring it over here.
You already called me a pig.
No, I didn't.
They heard you.
I called you a guinea pig.
Pig.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna try it with a little extra. Yeah, that's the deal right there, guys. Do what is it? Just 2 to 1. No.
You changed. Did you add more peanut butter?
3 to 2.
So just stick with the 2 of peanut butter for the thickness and to get a sweetness of the jelly. Add an extra tablespoon for a total of 3.
Yeah, so 3 jellies and 1 peanut butter.
2. You still did 2. Don't talk.
3 jellies and 2 peanut butter, and it turns out absolutely perfect.
We wonder where the kids get their sugarness from.
It is. It's like being at 50's Primetime. It's so awesome. Yeah, that's really good. That's really, really good.
I'm proud.
You know, I never thought that for some reason, the thought of putting the peanut butter in the, like making it at home and just throwing the peanut butter in, that it would, that it just wouldn't work out right? Like the peanut butter would get cold and like stick to everything. Like, just didn't think that it would work as well as it did. And it really does. It works fantastic. So, there you have it. I think we need to do a, but you know what we should do real quick? Let's move this table so we can get it out of our way.
Okay. If you want to talk to folks, I'll go put the stuff in the kitchen.
The cold stuff?
The cold stuff.
Please hold while we move this out of our way. Because right now it's kind of hard not being close over there. This will be my weekend treats, David says. Yes, do it.
Fun treat.
Hey, Cory, also made butterbeer. Oh, wow. How did that turn out? I've never made that at home before. We've had it at Universal, and it is delicious, but never attempted to make the butterbeer at home, but I bet it's delicious. All right, there we go. Now we can get back up here and actually talk and be part of the stream and have our milkshakes. Let's get a look at that really close so you can see the color in there. Let's see. Come on, focus. So stay focused on me like usual.
That's that big head.
It's that big head stuff. He said we gotta do the old screenshot. You gotta get over here so we can do screenshots with the milkshakes.
I'm cleaning out.
I know, I asked you to clean up and then I'm like, get over here!
So rude.
Sorry.
Oh no.
Yes, it came out perfect. Like perfect. Brandy and Dave, so good to see you guys. Thank you for being here. Guys, go check out our friends, Brandy and Dave. They have an awesome channel. And check out Diz and That. Diz and That have an awesome channel. Really great stream last night. Steve's here, Steve's World. Subscribe to him. He's also 1/4 of Diz and That. 9 p.m. on Wednesday nights. Make sure you're subscribed over there. Lots of fun. Cory Meets World, do you like Jurassic Park? I love Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park is a fantastic series of movies, and I like them very much. You got it?
You blocked me out.
All right, let me drink a little so I'm more on par with yours.
What are we doing?
We gotta hold them up for like a peanut butter and jelly screenshot.
Hold on.
Wait, hold on. I'm like hold it up more.
Oh.
Oh, there we go. Ready? ever frozen.
Done. Can you go to bed now? Just kidding.
Super delicious. 436 people here watching. Thank you for being here, guys. I really appreciate it. After the technical difficulties in the beginning and everything, I really appreciate you being here. And I have no idea what happened to the mouse for the computer. Oh, it's right over there.
It's a wireless mouse. It's easy to lose.
Thank you so much for being here. And if you haven't already, make sure to smash that thumbs up. It helps us out a lot. And if you haven't already, subscribe. And we're going to be doing a lot of fun things coming up here, especially once Disney's opens back up. Really, really good. Love the Bee Gees.
Oh, no.
Heard you do the good impression of Barry and Robin. Can we hear?
Don't look at me like that.
So are you talking, because I was doing the Barry Gibb talk show with Robin and Barry.
I'm not even here.
Hey guys, have you seen it? Remember when I talked about this and I talked about the Barry Gibb talk show and I told everyone you gotta go check it out. It was a skit that was on on Saturday Night Live. It is fantastic. And it's Barry and he gets upset with Robin all the time. So Barry's played by Jimmy Fallon and Robin is Justin Timberlake. And it's absolutely hilarious. It's one of my favorites because it's just so funny. And so the funniest part, because I think about it all the time with me and Stephanie, because I'll be like, you got something to add?
He does it all the time.
I'll be like, you got something to add? And I'll do Barry and I'll be like, hey Robin, do you got something you would like to add to this conversation? And then Robin's like, no, I don't. He's like, no, you don't. No, I don't. He's like, okay. And then he gets mad with like the different people that are on the show that he's interviewing. He'll get mad at him, and then he'll just like stand up and start screaming and like throwing things over. And he's like, "I'm Barry Gibb. You will respect me because I am Barry Gibb." That's the whole like up and down like screaming, singing.
Y'all just had to wait and ask him once he had the sugar.
I love it so much, and I can't do it nearly as good as what Jimmy Fallon does. He does such a great job with it. And the funniest part is anything that Fallon and Timberlake do together, they make each other laugh. So you're watching them, and they just crack each other up. Like he knew, like Jimmy knows on one of the episodes that Justin just can't hold it in. So he keeps drilling him, and he goes, "You got nothing to add?" And he's like, "No, I don't." And he's like, "Are you sure you got nothing to add?"
Bring it back in.
It's so good, guys. I highly recommend checking it out.
Gonna put me in a sugar coma. It's so sweet and so delicious.
It is really, really good.
I'm pretty sure, if I'm not wrong, Karen Cook said that she was making it now with strawberry jelly.
Oh, that's awesome, Karen. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it turns out perfect. The chat stopped moving for me.
I know it's not moving, and I just thought people lost interest in your voice.
It's not a good thing to know, because the counter went down to 0 too. So if you can
That's not surprising either.
if you can hear us, we can't see you. So let me check to see if it seems like that it's up or not, because we don't know.
Could be talking to ourselves.
We could
we
could be literally just talking to ourselves now.
Uh-oh.
Wow. Is YouTube completely down?
That's from Steve.
Oh, what does it say?
Video unavailable.
I'm thinking that...
Oh, we're still live. Thanks,
Oh, we're
Steve.
still live? But we're still live, but what? The chat's unavailable?
Yeah, it looks like YouTube's being wonky. Just
YouTube
stay
is
here.
having problems tonight, guys. Look, like, I just brought up on my phone trying to get YouTube, and this is what I'm getting. So YouTube is, like, acting really crazy. That's so crazy. Like, I don't know what to make of it.
So we can't see you guys talking to us, but we'll keep talking to you as long as we're live. But we won't be able to answer your questions. So sorry about that.
Yeah, chat stopped moving for everyone, but I'm telling you, YouTube is like at a look at this. That's YouTube on my phone right now. So YouTube has just completely taken a dive. So we can't see the chat. We can't see the chat, but we can be here with you, I guess, and we can talk.
We could talk to ourselves.
That's great that you can still see and hear us, guys. So thank you. It's kind of weird because we don't have any feedback now.
So it's like talking to each other, which we've been doing for months now.
So let me see. There is a button here that says refresh chat.
That's scary.
I'm scared to click it. I'm scared to click it because I don't know what'll happen. Because it's
it'll break for you too. It'll give them the same screen.
Yeah, because it's a YouTube issue.
It's a YouTube issue.
So anyway, guys, hang in there with us. Maybe it'll come back. I'm reading in the moderator chat right now where they're talking about how this will make the moderating job easy because there's no chat.
We're furloughing you.
All right, guys. Well, there's nothing that I can do to resolve that. It looks like it's a YouTube issue at this point. So hang in there. Maybe it'll come back. Maybe not. If not, that's all right. We'll just keep on keeping on here. Let's see. Is it like that over here? Yeah, look at that. Problem with the server 429.
Sounds important.
It's what it looks like.
Oh well, we'll keep on talking.
Yep, there you go. That is a YouTube.
I can't believe how easy this was to make and taste so delicious. To be very truthful, so simple.
Yeah, very, very just crash. It's crashing. I'm always interested when something like YouTube takes a crash like that. It's like, for how big they are and everything, for it to just come crashing down is, and it happens. It's just.
But they have lots and lots of servers, so I mean, if one server crashes,
yeah, they've got lots of everything.
Lots of everything.
But it doesn't look like. See, whoa, that's freezing cold.
Cold hands.
So if you're in the chat, if you're in the stream and you can hear this, don't go out and try and come back in because you might not get back in. This is now like secret stream because.
Welcome.
Are you able to get in if you try and go? Try it.
Now I gotta subscribe to you. Hold on.
Oh my. Like, see? When I go here, there's like nothing. Nobody.
Nada.
I can't watch anybody's video.
Nada.
I closed that. Yeah, look at that.
There's issues.
Temporary issues.
That's okay.
That's okay. Well, we'll just rely on those in the that are sending these here to tell us that.
Yes, our texting friends are
Steve
very helpful.
and friends, keep us posted that we're still live, and we'll keep talking. Oh wait, we could do something fun. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna move the chat. We're gonna move the chat somewhere else.
Can I go to the living room?
Huh? What? No, not like physically moving it. We're gonna move it somewhere else. Like, where can we move the chat, guys? Let's move the chat to.
How can one move a chat?
To Instagram. We can go live on Instagram and read the chat there, but keep the stream here. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it right now. We're just gonna improvise here, and we are gonna go live on Instagram and use Instagram for the chat. So guys, if you have another device, or you just want to go submit questions, you can come over and do it on. Actually, no. Now that I say that, darn it, I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. Let's see. I just want to make it so we can see the chat, but more so just see questions so we can answer the questions. We don't need to have the live chat. So let's do it on Facebook. Facebook, everyone can go over there.
That's easy.
And
throw us a message
and post questions over on Facebook. That'll be the easiest way to do it. So yes, guys, if you're not following us on Facebook, go over to Facebook and follow us on there, facebook.com/CoryMeetsWorld. And then from there, you can send us a message. Send us messages with your questions, and we'll answer them right now here live, since we're in this weird YouTube vortex of half working and half not working. And I will keep
now the
watch.
real question is, who's going to get their question in first?
Yeah, who's going to get in with the very first question? Let's see here. I went to... this always looks weird here.
What are you doing?
I'm finding it. We're almost there.
This old man over here is trying to figure out his Facebook.
How do I do this on my phone? There we go. All right, so... Josh says, from Resort TV1, just messaged me, said, this is happening to everyone. I've never seen this before. The gremlins are out.
Usually on Thursdays.
It's a total YouTube meltdown. But it's all right. Well, like I said, we're going to keep going here. And
Thanks, Josh.
We're going to do it with questions on Facebook. And it gives you an excuse to go over and follow us on Facebook. First question submitted by Marshmallow Man. What's wrong with the chat on YouTube?
I don't know either.
Marshmallow Man.
I don't know, but can you fix it?
At least he came in with the first chat, or the first question. I love that. That was actually pretty good. I give you props for that, Marshmallow Man, coming in with a funny. Oh, here they come.
They're coming quick.
Oh wow, here they come. Tommy Burke says, "Hi Cory, I'm in. Welcome.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for
You're
being
quick
here.
too.
And if you guys haven't already, when you go over to Facebook, make sure to just follow us over there. We do posts up there. We put photos up sometimes,
Yeah,
and
usually
all the
whenever
stream
photos-
announcements and stuff.
Yeah, whatever photos we're pushing onto Instagram, we usually will try to push them onto Facebook as well. So
Yeah.
if Facebook is your platform, you can easily see it there.
So Sean Rogers that says, as in Cory's crew, me. It says hashtag Sugar Rush and hashtag Pumpkin Time.
I wish it was pumpkin time. That's my favorite time of year. Let's just skip the whole summer. We've already had summer. The kids are ready to go back to school.
That's funny. All right, Jennifer says, she
cool.
says, OMG, we are loving this stream. Thanks for the recipe.
No, Goober, they're liking the shake.
Oh.
I swear, like sugar clouds his eyes or something. That's awesome. It's so
I'm glad
easy.
you
I'm so
enjoy it.
happy it turned out. So fun fact, we never try out the recipes unless it's one of our own recipes, but whenever we're doing them, we just do it live with y'all. So we never know how it's going to turn out. It could be an absolute flop, or it can work out. We never know, so it's always a surprise for everyone involved.
You can just get over a little bit.
Oh, I can't.
You
Oh,
keep looking like you're cut
Oh,
off.
shucks. So I'm really happy it worked out this time and that you enjoyed it also.
Yeah. Favorite table service restaurant? This is a question coming in from... Sorry, trying to keep track of them now. This from Matt. Asked our favorite table service restaurant. We've talked about restaurants a lot in the past, and we just got to interview Chef Art Smith, which was so awesome. Got to interview Chef Art Smith, fantastic chef, super great guy, runs Homecoming in Disney Springs. And we love Homecoming. I would say that Homecoming is still kind of up there just with overall experience, everything. But you've heard me talk more about Ravello recently. And I love we both love Italian food.
Yeah.
And Ravello is absolutely amazing.
Yeah. That's perfect quality.
Yeah.
Perfect dining experience.
It's so fantastic and is up there now. Cape May Cafe.
It's not really, well, I mean,
it's buffet, still considered
buffet.
Table service, but really good. Also, Boma.
Boma was going to be my favorite, but that's like buffet.
At Animal Kingdom Lodge is so good.
Yeah. It's great
and then,
because of all the variety of flavors.
50's Primetime. It's a fantastic experience, and it's kind of got that old school feel, which fits with Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, and it's a fun environment too, and I know that the girls both enjoy going there, and there's something that everybody can enjoy.
Yeah. Absolutely. I keep messing up and not looking who it's from because once I click on it, I can't see. This was from Archangel that says, we can still hear you and see you. Thank you. That's awesome. And it looks like they can still see the chat. Or at least they have the chat there, which is really neat.
Yeah, theirs was a little bit more advanced than ours was. Ours stopped about the time Cory.
Right when I started getting
Stop it, you already broke YouTube.
Hi, we're watching in New Jersey. What are you planning for Disney Springs next week or to do? I don't know yet. I know that I plan on trying to make it into Disney Springs next week. I just haven't had the... we don't know, at least unless it's been released since we started the stream. I don't know exactly the times or if you're going to have to register to kind of get like a boarding group type of thing. I don't know. So once we find out and we know, we will for sure do it. But for right now, we don't have any clue exactly what's going to happen. But I'll be there and I'm going to stream if I can. If not, if for some reason there's an issue with streaming, I'll vlog it. So we'll be there to cover it and bring you guys along. So sorry. I know. Well, I'm getting lots of messages about stuff. Sorry.
You want me to be
the internet is failing.
You want me to do the questions?
No. Oh, you want to?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. I would.
Okay, so Mikey says, "Hi, Cory. YouTube is broken right now." From Mikey. Thank you, Mikey. Yeah, it's what we're seeing is that YouTube is down, but we're in like this in-between thing right now, which is weird. Like that we're able to be live.
Twilight Zone.
I don't even know. See, what I'm interested in finding out is when I hit in stream, if all of this gets saved. Or if it doesn't even let me in the stream. Because if the server's down...
It won't save it.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's an experiment.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay because we got milkshakes.
This might be the first and last time you ever see the stream. Actually, this will be the second and last time you've ever seen this stream. Okay, so next. Oh.
Stop hitting that button. I've watched you do it so many times.
From Tommy. It's raining outside.
It is raining.
Tommy says, "Hi, Cory. I'm in." It says, "What are you going to do in Disney Springs?" Again, yeah. Hopefully just walk around and hang out and check out, you know, the springs. It's been a long time since we've been there now, and just going and just enjoying being back on property will be awesome. So who was that again? Sorry.
I think that was it Jennifer?
Yeah, Jennifer says, "Rolling on the floor laughing. We're loving the stream." Pam says, "What kind of work background do you have? You seem to know a lot about food." Pam says, you know what? I'm not in the food industry at all.
Nope, but we keep it afloat.
That's true. That's true. We don't talk about exactly what we do for, it's part of kind of what we do is kind of keeping a little bit of our lives personal and not out there for everyone. But I will say that I work in the technology field. So that's it. But I don't work, neither of us work with food. So that's what we do there, or what we don't do. But we love food. Janie says, "So, I'm telling you, it's the Twilight Zone. I've been ninja watching. So do you like the spoon rest I got you?" Yes, we love it.
It's fantastic.
I used it yesterday. I used it on Mother's Day when I made Mother's Day dinner. I love it so much.
He's using a spoon rest now.
I am. I'm using it. And then I traded the burned stove.
Oh.
Go ahead, tell the story.
Okay, I'm really proud of him because he made me a very delightful Mother's Day meal. With that being said, I need to teach the boy not to put an empty stainless steel pot back on the burner when it's still on. He scorched the bottom of my stainless steel pan, like a layer of black. It took me all day yesterday scrubbing it, like on and off. I soaked it with baking soda with like a little bit of water to make a paste, and then I used like a not too abrasive of like a scrub pad, and almost got it all out. But there's like one side of one little ring of it that I cannot get out. So we're going to work on that.
That was my fault.
Oh, well, it wasn't mine.
Avery says, Joe Rohde or Tony Baxter? Skyway or Skyliner? Do you miss the old downtown Disney or do you prefer Disney Springs? That's a loaded question, Avery.
Fantastic question.
You're going to make me pick an Imagineer? Like, you're going to make me pick between the two. Tony Baxter.
Oh, is it my turn?
No, I'm just saying. Tony Baxter. Joe Rohde's amazing. You can't take anything away. But Tony Baxter. Splash Mountain, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Journey to Imagination. The list goes on and on, guys, when you talk about classic. Because, again, a fan of, like, the classics. Joe Rohde and Animal Kingdom is one of the best theme parks in the world. But being such a deep Disney fan and of the classics, Tony Baxter has to be the one for me. And not to take anything away from Joe Rohde. Skyway or Skyliner? I don't remember ever riding the Skyway, unfortunately. So I'm going to say Skyliner. I think it's a wonderful form of transportation, very efficient and awesome. Do you miss the old downtown Disney?
The chat's back for them. Refresh it for us.
There it is. It's back. I can see it. I can see the viewers. Oh, I'm so scared to hit that button, though. What if I just type something here? Let's see. Oh, it won't let me type because... I'm going to hit this button, guys, but we don't know what's going to happen. Should I do it?
Do it.
All right, we're going to hit the button.
That was like the scariest button ever.
Hey, it's back! The chat is back!
Woo!
Cue the music! The chat's back! The music's still on. There it is. Ready? We're going to turn up the music and celebrate because the chat's back. I can't hear the music, but it's making noise right now.
I don't even know what kind of music it is.
I don't either. I didn't even know that it was still on down there, but it was on down there. So the chat is back, guys. Welcome back to with the chat.
Is our mic still?
We're here. Yeah, you guys can still hear us fine, right? Yeah, we're still there.
Just want to get sure.
Woo! Look at that. We worked right through it.
We made it
through. We made it through the outage, and now we're back. That is, it went down. It came back up.
It's stronger.
YouTube has risen from the ashes. That's amazing. So good to see everyone. Yes, make sure to hit that red button. Make sure you're live. Make sure if you haven't already that you smash the thumbs up. And I think we need to finish the questions in here. Everyone who went to YouTube, everyone who went to Facebook and submitted questions. We're going to finish through these really quick. Tony asked, when will we see cruise video or two from you guys?
Eventually.
We actually have some cruises planned right now. So
not Disney though.
If you guys came into my, those of you who may have been in the super secret coffee stream that I did on Saturday morning, where it was all on Instagram. Just came on, made some coffee, and we talked for a bit. I talked a lot about cruising because that kind of came up. It was fresh on my mind because we actually have 2 cruises booked right now. One for later in the year, November-ish time frame, and we've also got one booked for next month, which is going to get canceled. We know it will be.
It will.
But it hasn't yet because the Royal Caribbean cruise, and it has not yet. So the chat isn't moving on my end. Leslie says, well, it is flying by over here. So make sure to hit that refresh button because we're back.
Read another question.
All
I know
right.
Cory's trying to keep up with both now, and I think his brain is
done. Sorry. There was just a few more questions here, and since those that came over and asked the questions, I want to just get through them so we make sure. But don't submit any more on Facebook because then we'll move back over here. But Natasha says, the only thing better than the gray stuff sugar rush with the girls is the PB&J sugar rush with the parents. So funny. What Walt Disney World ride/attraction are you missing the most right now? You go first on that one.
I'm thinking. like if I could be anywhere right now, it's not necessarily a park attraction, but hear me out. I think because we've all been stuck home and it's been a little bit loud. I think sitting inside the Grand Floridian, listening to the music play, sounds absolutely perfect.
That's not an answer to the question.
It's my answer, and I'm sticking to it.
The question was, what attraction do you miss?
Can I just sit at the resort and you go play on the toys?
Pirates of the Caribbean. What?
Space Mountain.
There you go. How hard was that?
I want to be at the resort.
So, Mom asked on Facebook. Mom asked if adding the extra tablespoon of jelly was better, and yes, it was. The extra tablespoon of jelly was better.
Told you. Oh, cool.
Did I miss it?
Well, it was Karen said that her milkshake came out great with the strawberry jelly.
Awesome. That's so awesome, Karen. I'm glad that you were able to make it at home and that it turned out good.
They're picking up out there.
I know, it's starting to rain.
It's raining hard.
Okay, so I think that's it for the questions there, but there was one more over here. Let me check this, and then we should be back to all good. All right, we're good.
Unless your mom goes, hey, and you're back at 18K subscribers. Oh, well.
Well, that's good. Thank you so much. Let's see what this did.
You're 18 exactly right now.
Oh, there we go. Okay, now we're back. We're back here to the chat. Sorry for that. Dad, Resort TV1, welcome to the stream. It's so good to see you in here, Dad. And Diz Life of Ours, what's up? June and Rachel, good to see you guys. Thanks for being here. Yes, Steph does play by her own rules. That's how it always has been. She just plays by her own rules.
No, nothing of the sorts.
So if you're just joining us, the YouTube came crashing down and then came back, and it's here, and we're back, and this is cool. Thank you so much for the 18,000 subscribers. It's amazing. We just can't thank you enough for everything you did, or everything you've done for us to get us to 18,000 subscribers. It's incredible. Steven asked, do I have something to display that World's Fair ticket? It's something I'm working on, and it's really cool, and I'll show you when it's all done. Why are you laughing?
Because you've been waiting for things to get back to normal so you can go to Hobby Lobby.
I know. I need to go work out some stuff, and things haven't necessarily been open.
The sugar's wearing off. This is the dangerous part.
Is it bad that I just finished my PB&J shake and I'm considering making another one?
Who says that?
Right here. For Disney.
I don't think that's bad at all.
Or for Disney.
Four for Disney.
Four for Disney, sorry. Four for Disney.
Four for Disney.
It's not bad at all. Like, I could really do another one right now. Sean Rogers says that Jenna is planning a rap with you.
Yeah.
Is that really happening? Is Jenna here? Mike Wheeler with the $9.99 super chat that says, just want to say thank you for bringing so much people to Magic every week. If it wasn't for you guys, I would not have found this awesome community. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, Mike, for all your support for not only us, but for the whole community. Such a big supporter of the Disney community, and such an awesome friend of the channel. So thank you, Mike Wheeler, so much. I really hated that when all the guys were in town. Everyone here was here from Diz and That. Back when we did the Beverly Challenge and stuff, Mike came into town, and they all got to go meet with them, and I was not able to make it to go over and meet Mike. So hopefully next time we get the opportunity to meet you. So thank you so much for that. We really appreciate it. And Mom, Resort TV1, is she here too? Mom, welcome. It is so good to see you. Thanks for being in the chat and being here tonight. We love Mom and Dad, Resort TV1. And guys, if you're not subscribed to Resort TV1, who are amazing friends of ours, they are actually going to be live tomorrow night. They just hit 90,000 subscribers.
Crazy.
And are on their way to 100, and that's amazing. I couldn't be more happy. So happy to see that happening over there. So guys, make sure that you go subscribe to Resort TV 1 and check out the stream tomorrow night. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Don't ask me what it is. I don't know.
I'm afraid to ask because you might have already told me.
Sometimes I do know, and then I'm like about to say, I'm like, no, Cory, you can't say that. Thank you, Mom. Resort TV 1 mom. I gotta clarify because I got both moms in here tonight. Cory's mom, Resort TV 1 mom.
The mother-in-law.
Donna's here. My mother-in-law's in here, and I say Donna because she's my YouTube mom. so many. So guys, what other questions do you have? Go ahead and submit questions here. If you didn't get to over on Facebook, go ahead and drop some questions here. We'd be happy to answer. We're just kind of hanging out now that we had our milkshakes were fantastic, and now we're just answering questions.
Lots of moms. You're being quiet. The sugar got you too.
No, I'm reading. Sorry. I was trying to read through. No, the sugar didn't get me yet. It will get me. It will get me eventually.
Anthony goes,
that's a busy Mother's Day. Yeah. Favorite all-time movie, Cory? Dumb and Dumber. Explains a lot, doesn't it? I always say whenever I'm asked that question, it's always like a trio of movies. I always throw out 3 movies. Is it usually 3? Yeah, 3 movies.
The Bourne.
No, they're kind of in that second grouping.
Oh, so second grouping. They missed the first boarding house?
So the first is they kind of go together because they're so different, right? They're totally different types of movies. But I love Dumb and Dumber. It's the rewatchability thing for me. Dumb and Dumber, the original Willy Wonka, Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, that with Gene Wilder, right there. Apollo 13 with Tom Hanks. The 3 of those movies are those are my favorites. They're ones that I can watch over and over and over again, and never get sick of them. Never. Do you like Raisin Bread, crock pot spaghetti sauce?
Do those go together?
I'm trying to decide if they go together. I see big smiley faces after, so I don't know. Do you like Raisin Bread, crock pot spaghetti? Raisin Bread, crock pot spaghetti sauce. I like Raisin Bread. I do. And I like spaghetti sauce, and I like it cooked in the crock pot. So yes to all of those, but I don't like Raisin Bread in the crock pot with the spaghetti sauce. If that's the question, I'm not quite sure. I'm going to move the chat over here because I think it'll be easier for me to see. So there you go. Name something Michael Eisner did that you loved. I thought he was a good CEO, but I want to hear your take on him. Man, you know, the funny thing is that we started covering like Disney stuff in the parks and all of that after Michael Eisner's stint at Disney. When we started really covering stuff and did our YouTube channel and really started following Disney in more detail and staying up to date on everything, it was all Bob. And so, you know, I know that Eisner did a lot of things for the company. I would say that if there's anything when I read about what he did and kind of what he meant for Disney, I really feel like the whole Eisner era, there was so much more like creativity going on, and in the lines of Imagineering, and I believe that, you know, Imagineering back in the Walt days and stuff, when it was like there was nothing and they were just making they were the people from the ground up, you know, like Bob Gurr and stuff. That's kind of like the guys who kind of paved the path for everyone else. But I think during the whole Eisner era, I think he did a great job respecting the idea of Imagineering and how important it is to Walt Disney World and just the Walt Disney Company in general, and that this idea of creating new things and new stories and new developments and stuff is key to making Disney what it is today, is key to why Disney is what it is today. And so I feel like when Eisner left, we lost a lot of that. And I think ever since then, the years that have gone by, while we see new things coming in the parks, there is a lack of Imagineering and a lack of just, kind of thinking outside of the box, making something out of nothing. There's all of this intellectual property that we're pulling from to create these new attractions and everything. And I'm not one of those people that are totally against all that. I think it's great. But I would love to see more just, I'd like to see just more creativity again in creating total just new attractions and new stories that are specific to the parks that they're going in, and not just using the AP. So that again, without knowing all the details of what Eisner did for the Disney Company, that's one thing I know for sure, is that he made sure that Imagineering was as good as it could be. So what else have we got? What other questions?
Super chat from Lori.
Super chat from Lori. Thank you so much for the $9.99 super chat that says, question, what's the first thing that comes to your mind, both of you, when I say Walt Disney mustache?
That's the first thing that pops in your mind?
Right when she said, right when I read it, that's the first thing I thought. Like, I'm being honest. I'm just
Carousel.
Well, you took too long, so I don't think it's real.
Well, that's not fair. You were talking about a mustache.
Well, it is. It's the first thing that came to my mind.
The carousel with his daughters popped in my mind. Okay.
Like, as I read it and I saw Walt Disney, I saw his face and then a mustache. But definitely, I mean, we could sit here and talk about Walt all day long, because there are so many layers to his stories and everything that he did. I mean, we know a lot of them, right? All of us know a lot of the, kind of the cliff notes, the high level of what happened in Walt's life that led to him creating Walt Disney World and starting all of this. But there's a lot of little stories that when you start reading books and hearing stories from other people who had one-on-one encounters, even when you're talking to Tom Nabby. Tom Nabby has some stories, his own personal experiences with Walt, that it's just amazing to hear. It really is, to hear these stories of people that spent time with Walt. And with each one, you get to know a little bit more about his personality, right? Because that's the one thing that's really hard. We see this celebrity, this creative person, and as much as we want to think we know what Walt was like, we don't necessarily. All we know is what other people tell us and what we've read and what we've seen in his actions and the decisions he made. But that's the thing that really interests me with someone like Walt, is if we were sitting here right now talking, what would his personality be like?
Mustache.
You know what I mean? That's the thing that always really interests me. Thank you so much, Gail, for the $10 super chat. We really appreciate that. Thank you so much. A Pittsburgh Disney fan says, if there was a piece of Disney merchandise that could be made that you always wanted that doesn't exist, what would it be? Good Disney shoes, of course.
You know what mine is? I got a good answer. And I'm sure they make them online, but I'm talking from Disney.
Good Disney shoes is theirs. That's what they want.
I know. I saw it. That's a fantastic one, and I agree with that. But I got a good one. For the magic bands, first off, I wish it was a better system that didn't just clip around where you pushed in, because our kids are, you're over there, sorry. The kids are not very good about it, and they get it caught on things, and it'll often pop off and hit the ground. I'm going to build on that, though. I wish ours had a built-in clock. I know you can buy them, but how many times having something on your wrist would it be helpful just to be able to glance down and see a time?
Sure.
So I wish, one, that they had a better security system on it in terms of staying on your wrist, because I've knocked mine off multiple times hitting it on my legs. Luckily, I notice when it pops off. My kids don't always notice. So.
Yeah, when you get the clip-on clock things, they're too big.
They're too bulky.
And
for normal wrist.
You know that it doesn't take much mechanics to get a little digital clock that would just be basically embedded right next to the puck.
Yeah.
That's right in there. Like, I want that so bad.
Yeah, I would pay. I mean, I understand that wouldn't be something you just give out, something you can purchase, but something of quality like that, different designs and functionality, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I've given a lot of thought to this one.
No, I really. So for me, if it's merchandise, like I would love to see more like what is the best way to call it? Kind of like
it'll be like charades.
Well, no, I know how to describe it. I'm just trying to think of what I would call this like line of merchandise. I would call it like maybe not Disney Archives, because that has a different meaning, but maybe like Disney history, or a piece of Walt Disney World, or something like that. And basically, you think about all of this construction that's been going on, right? There's been so many things. Think about
Disney pixie dust.
Oh my gosh.
That doesn't sound fun and magical.
Did that really just happen? Disney pixie dust.
You want dust from Disney is what you're saying.
So, what I was getting at is I would love to own a piece of the parks. More of these nostalgia, Steve says, the nostalgic pieces of the park. So here's a brilliant idea, right?
The sugar, we can't help it.
So, when Great Movie Ride closed,
yes,
we know that a lot of the interior pieces of Great Movie Ride, some of them went into archives, some of them were just given away, some of them, a lot of what was in Great Movie Ride just completely destroyed. Completely destroyed. And we know that because we've seen pictures, we know from sources that a lot of what was in Great Movie Ride was destroyed. So think about, like, for instance, the Wizard of Oz scene with all of the flowers and stuff everywhere, all those flowers. Well, what if they would have cut all the heads off those flowers and mounted them onto little, like, limited edition, that you get a flower along with a little plaque that says, you know, this was part of the Great Movie Ride and the years that it was there. And you could buy that and take that home and own a piece of the Great Movie Ride. Ellen's Energy Adventure, that whole entire front of that building of Universal Energy was covered in little square mirrors, little like little square tile mirrors. What if they would have removed all of those mirrors and made them like little keepsakes, where you got a little piece of a mirror, and
they could call it Yesterday's Disney.
Yesterday's Disney, and you got the little mirrors. How awesome would that be? Here's another one. What just ended? Illuminations. That entire globe of Illuminations was made up of LED bulbs, these big fat LED bulbs, and all those bulbs were just destroyed and thrown away. Wouldn't you love to own a piece of the globe that made up that centerpiece of Illuminations and have one of those awesome LED bulbs? Like, all of that stuff just completely destroyed. Completely destroyed. So, I wish there was more merchandise like that. Something that's really unique, that you could own a piece of the parks to bring home with you. Look, I have a piece of stadium bleachers from Notre Dame.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. There's a lot of things out there. Like, I know that, I think if you went to like the dessert party on the last night of the Osborne family lights, they had like chunks of like pieces of the strings of lights that they cut and were giving out to people.
Yeah, that's a cool thing.
Which is really cool. So there's a lot of, if you think about it, there's a lot of things out there like that that would be really awesome to be able to have a piece
Cory
of.
might be a hoarder, says the promo.
No, it would be awesome. I would love to have all of that stuff.
Steven says that his lovely wife one year lost her band, the son's band, her driver's license, and a credit card along Main Street somewhere.
That's crazy.
It's so sad.
That's a lot to lose.
It happens. But if you had the nice fastened band.
Cory, I've been saying for years that Hollywood studios should have old Hollywood in it, and everything should be transferred there. That would be cool. We've talked about Hollywood studios before, and we talked about Walt's plane. So Walt's plane that his own personal plane that he used to fly back and forth from California to Orlando. It's actually the plane that he flew in when he decided and picked the area that they built the Magic Kingdom on and built Walt Disney World on. When they were flying over, it was because of Bay Lake. He saw Bay Lake, loved the idea of Bay Lake with Discovery Island in the middle, not at the time thinking that it would be Discovery Island, but just loved that part of Florida. And so made the decision to buy the property and build Walt Disney World. And what's interesting is that the actual plane, and there's actually some interviews out there with Bob Gurr and a couple other Imagineers that were some of the originals that got to ride on that plane with yes, you did, Marshall, man, got to touch that plane that rode on that with Walt. That plane again was in the backlots of the it was the backlot tour at Universal at Hollywood Studios, where you could go see it. They then moved it when they were doing all the work. They moved it to an undisclosed location, which we know where that is. It's over by a water treatment plant, not far from Magic Kingdom, and it's just sitting there, guys. It is literally just like sitting there in a field, like just decaying. And it's really unfortunate because it is such a piece of Disney history. It really is. And how awesome would it be out in front of Hollywood Studios, the golden age of Hollywood, all of that whole theme of what used to be the theme of Hollywood Studios and still kind of is for that whole entrance into the park. How cool would it be, that big flower bed out front where they had the Fantasia Mickey, remove the Fantasia Mickey and everything, and suspend that plane like in the air in that bed, like put it on a big pedestal and have that plane like welcoming you into Hollywood Studios. Like,
it would be very cool.
It would be so amazing. The plane is in awful condition. I've seen some really up close pictures from an unknown source that where I got a lot of detail on the plane back about a year ago now, and the inside of the plane is completely gutted. The outside of the plane, for the most part, is not in as bad shape as you might think it is. It could use a paint job and some body work, but they could get the shell of that plane back to something that could be, suspended there in front of Hollywood Studios in that bed. And I just like thinking about how that would look right now. Like, amazing. You see a plane and then you see looking down into Hollywood Studios. Awesome. Jenna, welcome to the stream. Resort TV 1, Jenna in the house. So good to see you. The milkshakes were fantastic.
And now we're in a sugar coma.
We are in a little bit of a sugar coma.
I'm trying to sit here and act normal.
Don says, are you sure you're not an Imagineer, Cory? No, I'm not. I wish I was. That would be a fantastic job. Like, someone has asked me that question before, not here in the chat, but just kind of personally, like, would you want to work at Walt Disney World? And my answer always is, I don't know that there's a job within the parks that I go, man, I'd love to have that job. I'd love to go do this or whatever. Except for in Imagineering. Like, if I could get a job with Walt Disney World or with the Walt Disney Company where I could be a part of that creation process of being able to kind of just Imagineer, it would be amazing. It would be so awesome. It'd be like the ultimate job. And I know there's many people who have that as their dream job. Unfortunately, I don't have an engineering degree, which probably would help to help. Like, I can contribute ideas and kind of the creativity part of it, but I can't necessarily tell you how to do it. I'll just be like, make it happen. But that was Walt, guys. That was Walt. Walt didn't know how to make these things happen. And he didn't know how to pay for them either. But he would just be like, hey, we can do this. I trust you guys. You guys are amazing. Make it happen. And it happened. So just because you can dream it doesn't mean you have to be the one that knows how to build it. That might be a Walt Disney quote. It probably is. It probably.
Cory gets philosophical with sugar.
That is probably a Walt Disney quote somewhere, and I forget what I just said, so I can't even repeat it. Are you into construction? Have you any architecture or mechanical? No, I don't. I don't. Not into that at all. But, you know, I could be. I could be if Disney came calling for some reason. Maybe you could be a tester. Like when you say tester, I imagine the old crash dummies on the test track.
I'm picturing you on Tron right now. Like, let's see how it goes.
I'm right next to the sandbags. Like next to me is like a sandbag with sensors on it, and I'm like, I'm gonna be the first human to do this. I come back like one eyeball's hanging out. They're like, it was good.
Sandbag.
Yeah. Watch out, guys. He's gonna blow.
I just thought about it. Sandbag and dirtbag.
You hear this? Do you guys hear what she's saying? I'm the dirtbag. If it's not clear, I'm the dirtbag.
Well, it wasn't me.
No, you're the sandbag.
No.
Is that any better?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Is YouTube your full-time job? Melissa, no, is not. In fact, it is far from it. YouTube is very much kind of a hobby for us. It's something that I started out of the love for Disney and my love for like creativity and doing things like this. And then once the community started to build, which is at 18,000 subscribers now, once it started,
I think you lost 4.
Did I really? When I started doing the singing like this,
Yeah,
did I really?
Yeah.
Wow, 4? Wow, I lost 4. There we go. We're no longer at 18,000.
Can you stop? You're not helping your Satori.
Do you have something to say?
No. That's all you're getting out of me.
No, you don't.
No.
No, you don't.
You're not helping.
Anyway, back to it. Once we kind of built this community started to develop, I fell in love with this, with the live and kind of talking to all of you live and having this connection and this time is very much a highlight of our week, and I'm so happy to be able to be here every week and that you guys give us that opportunity. So, and it's a hobby. It's something that we just do just for fun because we love it, and that's why we're late sometimes, guys. A little bit late, or they can't do a video here. I have to cancel the stream because this is on top of work. So oftentimes for streams on stream days, it's like I'm leaving work and going straight to Disney, getting in there just like literally. I'm usually setting up the gimbal on the monorail, so then when I walk through the turnstiles, I can turn it on like ready to go live. It is like I'm not in the parks ahead of time preparing. I don't have time to get to the parks in advance of streams hardly ever. So it's like if there's traffic problems, the stream gets delayed because it's just is what it is. So it gets hard. It gets hard, but we love it. We love it so much. Thank you so much, John. I appreciate that. We don't plan on stopping. We plan on doing this. The trick for us, guys, we got to keep this. It has to be realistic for us and our lives. Again, this isn't our full time. And because of that, all of those other priorities have to take priority. Family, our children, and our jobs, those have to take priority over doing the YouTube stuff. And we love all of you and love sharing it with you and want to continue to do it. But it means that sometimes we just can't produce as much as others might be able to have more time. Sometimes I wish I had that time because I'd love to keep making more and more, but we have to be realistic about it and do what we can do to kind of keep everything together. So we appreciate all of you for supporting us so strongly and so much, and appreciating what we're able to get back to you on a weekly basis. Thank you so much, Lourdes, for the $4 super chat that says, just because I really like you both. Thank you so much. We really like you and appreciate you, and thank you for being here and supporting us. We really appreciate that so much. To all of you, what is your favorite thing on Disney Plus? So I love the Imagineering story, just because, surprise, because of everything else that I love so much. There's some that I haven't got to watch yet. Like I haven't seen the prop stuff, the new prop show. I have not seen that. So if we're talking about like content that was created for Disney Plus, I'm gonna say the Imagineering story.
I haven't watched anything alone on there. Like, not once have I. I need to work on that.
Because it's always with the kids.
It's always with the kids. And right now, it's kind of funny because I actually liked High School Musical when it first came out. Taylor is obsessed with it. She goes around the house singing the songs. She's watched all 3 of them now. And Sharpay's whatever, her own little... Sharpay did a movie on there. And she loves High School Musical, but it's kind of fun. It's cute watching her watch it. It's something that I used to like. And
someone said, who said it? Ben says, well, I'll sign a petition for your boss so you can work 410s. You know what's funny? I used to work 410s.
You did.
And I petitioned for it. That's what's so funny. Me and a coworker wanted to work 410s.
He drew up this whole report about productivity.
Yes, we proved how it would save money by not having to have the office running, the AC running for a whole nother day, and all this stuff about why the 410s was more productive, how we were more productive with our time.
Job satisfaction.
There was so many, and we were actually able to convince the boss to say, okay, 410s, let's do it. And we did it. And I absolutely hated it. And I'll tell you why. And my coworker today, still doing.
That's been years.
Still doing the 410s because he loves it so much because it works out for him and his lifestyle works out. But with us, with having a family with kids and stuff, it's just so much harder because you only have so many hours in a day, right? And 8 hours is enough work. And to have 2 more hours cut into your day every day, even if you have that Friday, that or whatever day you're using as your 5th day that you get off, even if you have that, it's so hard because it's like, how do you work out? Like if you wanted to go exercise, that's 2 hours a day that you're losing. So one of those hours could be exercising, one of those hours could be spending more time with the kids. There's so many more things that you can do daily with those extra couple of hours. And so once I started doing it, one of the
things too is after we had kids, because we weren't sleeping at night, so you couldn't even get up at a decent time to start your 10 hours.
To try, and then if you did that and you got up really early and started working early, so you could get through your 10 hours at a decent time, like build your 2 hours in at the beginning of the day and still try to get off at a normal time. You were so worn out by the end of the day that when you did get home, you just went to bed, and so it wasn't worth it for me to have the 3-day weekend because I felt like it just destroyed all the other days. And so that was my opinion, and for my lifestyle and how we do things, it just didn't work out. But for some, it's wonderful. Their 3-day weekend. For me, I would rather work 4 8s.
I don't think that was an option.
There's still arguments for why it's more productive to work 4 8s. There's also arguments for a 3-day work week. That people can be just as productive in those few days as they can over a whole week, because there's this ramp up and then a dart off. Like on Wednesday, things start to decrease rapidly. So there's a lot of There's a lot of studies out there that show all kinds of stuff. But good luck convincing your husbands. Good luck. Good luck convincing your bosses to allow you to do those things. Jill, $4.99 super chat that says, "Hope you're both having a good night." We are. It's wonderful. We're having a good time. What time is it now? 8 o'clock. We had a rocky start to the stream, and then in the middle of it, we had a rocky YouTube deciding to go down. So. But we're happy to still be here with all of you. What other questions? What other questions do we have?
Was this like a last call? The sugar got me, y'all.
You're crashing.
I'm crashing so hard. I can't help it. That's me. I say that the kids get hyper and sugar. I do the same thing, but I don't get hyper. I get a little sarcastic and think I'm funny, but then I get tired.
John worked 9.5 years at the Disney store. That's awesome, John.
That is cool.
Congratulations on all the time spent at the Disney store. That's amazing.
I would blow through my paycheck if I stayed there. I'd be like, oh, look what just came in. We're just reading the chat, but our brains are shutting down.
No, I'm reading.
Are you reading? They don't even have pictures.
Thank you so much, Jean. I'll take it. We love Cory Meets World and Stephanie the best. I don't know if you mean the channel, as in the two of us together, you love us the best, or you love me but Stephanie the best.
Oh, I didn't even read it that way, but I kind of
That's
like
how
it
I
that
read it. Last call for milkshakes.
No more milkshakes.
If you were only allowed to eat from one Disney restaurant, which one would you choose? Again.
That's so hard because
see,
right now
that does change things a little bit.
When you showed Primetime, I was thinking how badly I want that sampler platter right now. And probably doesn't help that we didn't eat dinner. The sugar got you. I didn't get you. Here you go.
I don't know my answer to the restaurant.
Oh, it's so hard.
I'm going to say Homecoming.
Homecoming's good.
Which one do you want to visit? Shanghai, Hong Kong, Shanghai or Hong Kong? Between the two of those, Shanghai.
Yes.
But I would much rather visit Tokyo before either of those. But if I had to choose between Shanghai and Hong Kong, Shanghai, their castle looks so amazing.
I've heard.
So amazing.
Why are we whispering?
My husband says y'all look so young. He thinks you guys are teenagers. So
that is so nice.
Thank you, husband. I won't get too close to the camera. You'll see my wrinkles. No, we are. If we're teenagers, then we've been married next month. In like a matter of just like a couple weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks. We will be married 11 years.
11 years.
It's more than 2 hands. It's more than I can count on 2 hands. That's crazy. We will be married 11 years. And we will soon have a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old.
That's so sad. Both of the girls are about to have birthdays.
Yeah.
So before you know it, Lucy comes first. So we're about to have a 4-year-old and a 5-year-old. But Taylor will be 6 soon also. So
and,
crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's interesting. It really is.
Yes.
But yeah, we're not young. Well, see, I don't think I'm old, but we're not not teenagers. I haven't been a teenager in a very long time.
You're getting old.
Once we made an entire meal based off Disney food, ribs from Morimoto. Oh my gosh, that sounds delicious. Good. China's the kind of curry pockets. I haven't had those either.
We'll look them up though.
Tachos from Toy Story, and cheeseburger bao buns.
That does sound good.
We should try and make the cheeseburger bao buns. I haven't made those.
That could be fun. All these options and all this talking of food, all that sugar. I kind of want something salty, and I kind of want something like sleep. So I don't know.
Tim Pruitt says, that's funny. I almost have a 38-year-old and a 33-year-old. See, now I feel young.
Donna says Lucy, start of hurricane season.
Yep, she is. She is. She's the start of hurricane season. They better never name a hurricane Lucy because it will be destructive. It will be the catastrophic.
It'll be so
hurricane.
cute, but extremely destructive.
It'll be this, like, it'll look all nice and cute, and then all of a sudden it'll just slam into the coast. It'll be like, look, I'm out here, I'm being cute, I'm not gonna hit you guys. Bam! Just turn right into Florida.
Oh, goodness.
You both look like teens. Well, I'll take it. I mean, I'm not, I am not gonna complain about looking younger. Like I always say, I've said it a million times here on the channel and in my regular life. As long as I don't wake up tomorrow and suddenly look like I've aged that many years, then
basically what he's saying is if he wakes up without hair, he's gonna be upset.
If I wake up old, like suddenly I wake up and it's like, what happened? Already, guys, already I'm like the little spots and stuff on my arms and like.
Don't get him started. He'll ask me stuff all the time. He's like, what is this?
Like, I'm like, what is this? And she's like, it's just like a spot. And I'm like, yeah, but what is it? It had to come from something. Like, there's not just a spot. And she goes, no, it's like an old person spot. And I was like, what is an old person spot? and why is it on my arm?
You should see him. Sometimes I'll be like, man, your hairline's starting to recede a little bit. And he's like takes off.
Oh my goodness. It's true though. It's my wife and I celebrate 22 wonderful years of dating with 4 kids.
Ooh.
Wow. That's fun. Hey, now there's nothing wrong with no hair, Mark says.
Sorry, Mark.
I didn't say there was anything wrong with no hair.
Some men look really good with no hair.
I'm not one of them. No. I've got a really big head.
He's got a humongous head.
I got a Jerry Seinfeld head. It is a big head. Like, I always wonder when you guys meet me in person if you go, wow, he's got a big head. Like, that's the first reaction is, it doesn't look that big on camera. It's kind of funny, though, because I've heard a lot about that in the past about, like, a lot of actors and people in Hollywood, when you meet them, they have big heads. A lot of them do. And I actually heard like a casting agent talking one time about how people with larger heads look better on camera. And so it's, I don't know, maybe my head was made for YouTube. Not my face, but my head. The size of it.
A radio face.
A radio face. Welcome back, guys.
It's not about your voice. You know your parents' anniversary is coming up?
It is coming up. When is it coming up? Very
Monday.
soon, like Monday?
Yes.
Yes, and they will be married 35 years?
Yes.
35 years. Very congratulations. Very happy congratulations to my mom and dad on 35 years.
You know what we should get them for their anniversary?
Don't tell them. They're going to hear you.
We should give them their grandchildren for a little while.
Would you like to take Taylor and Lucy, Mom?
They'd love to celebrate with you. You can give them cake and stuff.
Yes. 35 years.
Yes.
Congratulations,
Congrats.
Mom and Dad, on 35 years. Do you remember? So 35 years, 10 years ago would be 25 years. Yeah, we had not been married that long, and didn't we throw my parents like a party for their 25th?
Yeah, I bought the cake. I bought the chantilly cake at Publix. That's the only part I can remember.
For the 25th, we did it in an Italian restaurant. Their 25th anniversary. It seems like that was forever ago.
Yeah, no.
It's weird.
The chantilly I didn't do for that. The chantilly I did down at the steak place.
I don't even remember anything.
But you're right. We did do the Italian.
I don't know nothing about nothing. All I know is that there's certain things in life that seem like they were a long time ago, and then there's other things that feel like they were yesterday. It's really weird. Like, I was going through some old pictures and stuff, and I found some pictures of when we were working on our house when we first moved into our house. We've been in the house that we're in for 6 years, something like that.
Going on 6 years.
And
it had to be already 6 because
we did some work on the house when we first moved in. And I found these pictures of us working on the house. I'm like, oh my gosh, that looks like forever ago.
We look like children.
I'm like super skinny.
Yeah.
Like
it was before we had children.
Yeah. I was like man, Stephanie must not have been feeding me good back then.
You just had a great metabolism.
I wasn't going to Disney as much.
I know.
This is the Disney bod.
That is not a Disney bod.
The Disney. I'm a Disney dad. It's a Disney dad
Disney
bod.
dad bod.
There you
That's
go.
Okay.
I'll go with it. I'll take it. Everyone congratulating my mom and dad on 35 years of marriage. That's amazing. It's crazy.
It is.
It's really crazy. Time flies. The weird thing is with that too is how time, we're always going to have the same gap, right? Between when we were not married and my parents were married 25 years or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
But it's weird how when time goes on and now you look at it and you go, okay, 11 years and 35 years, it almost feels like the gap's closing. You know what I mean? Doesn't
Kind
it?
of.
Even though their years are continuing to add, once you get to that number, it just seems like the gap is like closing.
Narrowing.
Yeah, it's weird. When you get, at a certain extent, it's gonna start looking further, but it's interesting. I think so. I would love more peanut butter and jelly shakes. What do you think? You want to make another one?
No, I gotta go
Cory
to
Meets
sleep.
World radio face? Cory, you're the handsomest creature and you know it.
Don't help him out, Christopher.
Well, thank you, Christopher. It's the shirt. It has to be the shirt. I just like being called creature. I think it suits me.
You are a creature. I will give Christopher that.
Like a gremlin? Like that kind of creature?
Something like that.
Resort TV 1. Josh, so good to see you, buddy. Thanks for being here. Are all the YouTube gremlins all put to bed?
I don't know if we should really mention them. I think it's
We
one of
don't.
those
It's
hush,
bad luck.
It's a hush situation.
It's a bad luck thing. Yeah, because things went crazy there. And I was actually getting messages from Josh like, I've never seen this before. And when Josh goes, I've never seen this before, I get worried.
You know there's a real problem.
Yeah, like I've never seen it happen like this before. And I'm like, oh no. Oh no.
That's like
sounding
that's like
alarm.
Cory telling you, I've never seen a storm like this before. You're like, well, darn.
Yeah. Guys, no joke. And if you haven't already, make sure that you go subscribe to our good friends, Resort TV 1. So awesome. In the stream right now. Go just click on their name and go subscribe. They're such amazing friends of ours and have a great channel. I think the YouTubes are working again. The tubes were disconnected for a bit. Yes, they were. Steph mentions Jim Cantori. If you don't know who Jim Cantori is,
You have to know who he is
bald
if you live
guy,
in Florida.
yeah, Weather Channel, chief meteorologist, bald guy, but like muscular, like he's like the weather dude. Like when a lot of people think of weatherman, they think of Jim Cantori. Works for the Weather Channel. Anyway, we've seen a lot of Jim Cantori living in Florida.
He basically goes to where the worst storms are, so he comes here every hurricane season.
You see him around. When there's hurricanes in the area, we've actually seen him on the side of the road before recording, like just standing there doing a report. And it's one of those eerie feelings where when you drive by and you see the blue Weather Channel jackets and they're holding the camera and you see Jim Cantori sitting there, you're like, yeah, we shouldn't be where he is. We should leave. But I remember before one of the hurricanes was coming in and he was just like so like he I think he's backed off a little bit. Like he used to be like really just out there a bit with how like excited he would get about the stuff. He's kind of tamed down. But in his younger years during this storm specifically, he was there and he looked right at the camera and I'm sitting at home. And Jim is literally like 20 minutes from the house. And I'm sitting at home and we're looking to Jim. We're looking to Jim. Wait, is it Jim or Tim? No, it's Jim.
Jim.
And we're looking at Jim for give us some hope, buddy. Give us some hope and let us know that that the world isn't gonna come to an end. That the hurricanes are that we're gonna survive this. And this is how Jim signs off. He looks at the camera and he goes, so Central Florida, whatever the hurricane was, he goes, I hope you hunker down and get ready for this. because Mother Nature's mulcher is going to mulch us good. And I was like, what? I'm Jim Cantori with the Weather Channel. And he just goes off and I'm like, Mother Nature's mulcher is going to mulch us good. I will never, ever, ever forget that comment that he made. I was like, way to calm us down, buddy. You know, I'm sitting here thinking we've got the shutters up. We're going to be good. And then you're talking about Mother Nature's mulcher is going to mulch us good. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? Yeah. Really, really crazy. But awesome. Can we bring that picture up?
No, not that one. I don't want to show it. It's a little bit much.
Because,
I'm sure she panicked.
Yes. So what did you say? She panicked?
No. Just that. That's what happened.
So our oldest, Taylor.
Give a backstory about 2 weeks ago.
About 2 weeks ago, she lost her first tooth, which was one of the bottom middle teeth, and so you know when those come out, they usually come out very soon after they both come out, and so the one was already starting to get loose, and so the one's was been gone now for a couple weeks. The other one has been really loose.
It has like been holding on, but she, you know, she's gonna do her own thing. We're not gonna force it out. We said, you know, it'll come out eventually.
Yeah, and she's one that she's not gonna, even when it's really loose, she's gonna wait until it's gonna just like fall out.
It's gotta fall out.
It's gotta fall out. But last night she comes in and I'm working on something and she goes, "Look, Daddy, I'm gonna get my tooth out," and she was pushing on it with her tongue like forward, and I almost passed out. I was like, "Whoa, don't do that!" Like, it's like you can't do that. That was like I couldn't even look at it. It was freaking me out. And she's actually with her grandma right now.
Yeah, she's with Enchanting Nana.
With Enchanting Nana, and we just saw that she lost her tooth.
Yes. So if you're watching, Taylor, we're proud of you.
So awesome that you lost your second tooth.
I know you ought to be happy.
She is.
Yeah, it's been driving her crazy.
So, Taylor, if you're watching, if you put your tooth under your pillow tonight, let Nana do that. The tooth fairy will come there, and then the tooth fairy won't have to come here. And it's a very good thing. You should have the tooth fairy visit there. And you should put a note under your pillow and ask the tooth fairy for $20.
How much did you get the first time? I don't think you get more the second tooth. I think you really get the most on the first tooth.
Maybe. What did Josh say? He says when they interrupt TV shows in Indiana for severe weather, it used to be better than the actual show you were watching. We used to watch it for hours. Weather people are hilarious. They are. And if you want to see something really crazy, guys, go watch, who was it? Was it Shepard Smith?
I don't know what you're talking about.
From Fox News during one of the hurricanes, the tan dude. Shepard Smith, right? I don't think he works for Fox anymore.
That's okay. Continue your story.
Anyway, if it is, go look up the clip of, it had to be Shepard Smith. Marshmallow Man, are you in here? Because you remember, we watched that over and over again crying. But go watch the clip of Shepard Smith talking about one of the big hurricanes. And I forget which one it was, but it was one that was coming right up the coast of Florida, and it looked like it was going to hit into us. And he just completely lost his mind on the air. And he was like just spewing out all this crazy stuff about how crazy people were for staying, and that, you know, if you stay, it's a lost cause. You might as well put your social security number on your garage door so they know who was in the house.
It's
because
awful.
I mean, he goes crazy, but it's entertaining because it's so out there. Like, it's so crazy that it's pretty entertaining to watch. Jim Cantori goes crazy over thunder snow. Yes, he does. He loves it. That's funny. You getting tired?
I am so tired. I'm trying my best.
I think we've had a fun stream here tonight.
Avery got it. That's exactly. We were just trying not to say it.
What was that?
She was
stating what he was doing crazy. We were just trying to remain
Yes,
positive.
Avery, that's exactly what he says. And I was trying not to completely recreate what he said if there's children watching. Not that it was bad and like vulgar, but it was scary.
It's a little dramatic, especially for the younger years.
Yes, it was scary. It was something that you watch it and you go, did he really just say that live on like network television? And he gets on the phone with a lady that's like in Miami or something. He's like, Sherry, are you really going to stay there, Sherry? And she's like, yeah. And he says like, well, make sure you put your social security number on your garage and don't expect the police to come get you. Like, she was just like crazy. Oh, man. Anyway, it's fun.
That's cute, the Spears family.
So what time is it? It's 8:30.
8:30.
We've enjoyed this time with you tonight, guys. Enjoyed it very much. We've got some cleanup to do, and we need to take advantage of not having the girls here tonight. They're at their grandparents. So some relaxing time. Get some work done on the house without the kids here because they destroy everything.
They're so cute. They're like little mini hurricanes running around.
Like you move something and then they put it back in the wrong place again. Jenna asked me what the weather is going to be after I had watched it for hours, and I say, I don't know. That's what Dad says. Exactly. You know, I used to, because I love like contemporary, like smooth jazz, and I used to turn on the Weather Channel just to hear that music. And I would get like, now for your local weather. And then it's like, ding, 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 diddling, down, down, diddle-doo-doo-doo-doo. And it just starts playing again. And now, your weekly forecast.
Say goodnight to your friends. The streetlights are on.
It's always fun. Next Thursday, we'll be here. Don't know what we're doing. I don't, but we'll be here. We are here next Thursday, right?
Oh, you're doing it Wednesday. Maybe.
Yeah. We'll see.
We're going to play that one by ear.
We'll see what happens. But we will be live on, well, I'm hoping to be live on Wednesday. I'll be in Disney Springs Wednesday as long as for some reason they don't let me in. I'm going to go to Disney Springs on Wednesday. I'm going to try and stream. If I stream, it'll be a daytime stream. So just kind of play it by ear, just seeing what happens with when they make announcements of like actual time opening and all of that. Josh just watched the video. I told you we saw that live and we couldn't believe that was happening. It's a good one though, isn't it, Josh? He's just like crazy.
You probably don't have a job no more.
Well, he does not work for Fox anymore, I don't think, but I think he still continued to work after that for a while. But yeah, we're gonna go. We're gonna see how things are going over there. And like I said, I'll do what I can. But I do plan to. Yes, he did say that we won't cover your funeral, and we won't feel sorry for you. Yeah, you were crazy. So we're gonna try and go to Disney Springs and bring you guys along with us. So just keep a lookout for that. I'll make an announcement once I know what time we're gonna shoot to start for, and be patient as that might have to be a little bit flexible depending on what's going on there. And also be flexible with the fact that we might start streaming and something might happen where we can't stream anymore. And if that happens, then I'll be prepared to vlog my experience there and get back and get that edited and try and get it up for you. And do all of that. So we'll do the best that we can with that, but there's still a lot of unknowns on how all that's going to work. So once we know, we'll know, and just be on the lookout for that. And will that impact Thursday night? It's possible. It's possible it might, depending on what happens, that it might impact our Thursday night. We might be switching to doing just Wednesday stream, depending on how long we stream for. So, just get ready for it.
Get ready.
And it's going to be fun. But thank you all so much for being here tonight and being a part of the stream. It means a lot to both of us that you would spend the evening here with us.
We're one subscriber away from 18,000.
If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, we've kind of had this time. Yeah, we kind of had this like up and down thing. It happens sometimes when you get close to some of these numbers where you get a little bit of like a teeter, and that's what we're having. So we're back to like 17,999. So if you haven't already and you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure to go hit the subscribe button, hit the little notification bell. You'll be notified next time that we go live. And hit that thumbs up if you haven't, because it's been a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah.
And I hope you enjoyed the making of the milkshakes. And thanks for being here with us through all the craziness of the YouTube stuff. We can say with confidence that we rode out the YouTube outage. Like, there were people that couldn't start streams, people who couldn't get into streams. We were like in it.
We were in it. We were like in the eye of it.
We were in the great YouTube.
See, that's how we got back to the Weather Channel.
Yeah. YouTube tried to mulch us good, and we just stayed right there with it. And rode out the storm. So thank you so much for being here with us and being a part of it. So smash that thumbs up. Also, go follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all the things. It's super easy. Steve just posted right here in the chat all the links to those. Go click on those and follow us on all the things.
1802.
1802. Thank you guys so much for pushing us back over 18,000. John Morgan with a $10 super chat with a little thank you pear character. Thank you so much for that $10 super chat. We really appreciate that. And milkshake burp. Sorry. really appreciate you being here and being part of it, John Morgan. Thank you so much. And to all of our friends in the chat that have channels, make sure you go and subscribe to all of our friends. Resort TV 1, like we said, live tomorrow night. Steve's World is here. Brandy and Dave, great channels. Our other friends, some that are not here in the chat that I haven't seen. I seen a little while ago, the Shep family was in here. Zippity Doodad was in here. Just go subscribe to all of our friends, guys. It's an amazing community. A lot of great people just doing the thing that we all love, which is just making Disney content and just fun content from home.
Steve goes, you were like Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt tied to that pole and twister. That's how it felt too. It was just as stressful. Don't get too excited.
What, you think why? Because I'm looking at you going, nah, I don't see Helen Hunt.
Shut up.
She's old.
She wasn't in the movie.
I don't remember.
You're old now, so...
Hey, I don't look like him.
I didn't really find him cute, though. You're so cuter. Look at his face.
Call me cute.
We need to stop.
Okay. Thank you all so much. Go buy a t-shirt if you haven't. I saw someone posted that they had just got their Cory Meets World and their Resort TV 1 shirts, both in like the exact same pink.
Yeah, I saw
it was really cool. Posted that on Instagram. Oh, we've got cows. So go check out our store, CoryMeetsWorld.com/merch. And you can go buy a shirt there, anything, and support the channel. It's a great way to support the channel. And what else? Mailing list. Man, we got a lot of announcements tonight. If you haven't, make sure that you go join our email list. That is CoryMeetsWorld.com/email. You can register there. It's really easy. Put in your name and email, and you'll be on our email. Look how tired she looks. You'll lose an interest.
I'm so sorry.
She's turning her back on the audience. That is horrible. You never do that. That's the rule number 1. You don't turn your back on the music.
There's music?
Yeah, there's music playing now.
Oh. What kind of music? I need to know.
It's like a chill, like... Oh. It kind of sounds like music, guys, that you would hear in parts of Disney Springs. Like, there's a lot of areas around Disney Springs where this style of music plays. So I like it. I think it's really chill and cool. So cool. I'm glad you guys enjoy it. So thank you so much once again for all the super chats, all the support. Thank you, everybody, for everything. Smash that thumbs up. If you wouldn't mind, as soon as this is over, leave a comment on the video below letting us know what your favorite part about tonight was. Also, letting us know anything you want to. Just comment on the video. These live streams don't get a lot of comments after because there's so much commenting going on in the chat. So take the time to leave a comment. Let us know what you liked, maybe what you might like to see for future streams, and we'll make it happen. We'll do it. Kenny G, Sean says, I do like Kenny G and never got to see him at any of the festivals, but he plays the festivals. I'm gonna do that sometime. Thank you all guys so much.
Yes, thank you.
I hope you have an absolutely fantastic night, and stay safe, guys. I know it's a little bit crazy, and just stay safe. Wash your hands. Take care of your families, and we'll see you next time. Have a good night.
Thank you.